Hello, everybody. My name is Liz Dierking, and that beautiful brunette to the left of me is Jenny Andrews, and this is Market Movers.
We have volatility across the board in this market. So what are we going to do? We're going to sell some premium. We're looking at SPX, a durational trade, not a zero DTE.
SPX is the S&P 500 big dog. It's a $6,587 product. Let's jump in and see what two former floor traders will do when the SPX implied volatility rank, IVR, is 41.
All right, let's jump into the platform. Liz has it all pulled up. You usually see us trading the zero DTE. Today we're going monthly. Monthly options. If we're selling monthly options, we like to go around, somewhere close to 45 days till expiration, but stick to the monthlies because they're a little more liquid.
They're a little bit more liquid, and you can see right here, if you follow these down, we're looking for about the 45 days was right around here. But to Jenny's point, we are going to stick with either April or May. So in this case, we're going to open up May 15th with 57 days till expiration.
Before you click that open, so for us, we know the regular monthlies, the traditional monthlies are highlighted slightly different. So because I just want to let them know why you chose that one, because we picked the May 15, 26 weekly, and that one's not highlighted. We know the monthly is that May 15 cycle because the AM line is slightly highlighted, and we're just choosing to sell the afternoon expiration, not that morning settlement. So that's
You know what, Jenny? I think you could do the morning settlement if you wanted to. I think hopefully this would be off well before the it gets anywhere near this. This will be adjusted or something will be done well before this. It's just my old mentality is that I prefer to stay away from the morning exercise. There's no real reason. I'm sure they're just as liquid.
And just a quick rundown for newer viewers, those cycles have they either say W, EOM, AM, Q, and the W means weekly, EOM is end of month, AM means AM settlement, and the Q is the quarterly. So it lets you know what that cycle is, but you can trade any of them.
You really can, especially in here. But I'm just gonna open the May 15th for May 15th regular weekly with 57 days till expiration.
Okay. Now, how do we get started selling an iron condor?
So if we're going to say defined risk $10 wide, I'm going to go down to the bottom. I'm going to the puts to where the expected move for the cycle is. This brown bar is the visual representation of this number up here, the expected move for the cycle, which is $469.60. And
now I will say I don't see your arrow, Liz. So just so you know, we'll just be a little more descriptive.
So yes, I'm looking at the expected move for the cycle, which is $471.34. I'm as descriptive as I possibly can be with that. But this brown bar is a visual representation of that, the expected move for the cycle.
Perfect. So we go to the expected move, which right here with that 6110 put is about a 20 delta. And if we sell a $10 wide, again, the width of the iron condor is based on your account size. I usually choose maybe a $15 iron condor or $20 iron condor. Here in this account, we're going to choose a $10 wide iron condor.
I mean, if you wanted a 15, you're getting $3. Here's your 10. We're going to stick with 10 for this for intensive purposes. Some people can go even wider. You can do. Sure. This is whatever your risk tolerance for your own personal account creates. Just by doing the put side, we're collecting $1.60 and we're risking about $845. We are actually going to add the call side. So our buying power effect and our risk should go down by the amount we collect on the call side. Because when you sell an iron condor, you're selling an out of the money put spread and an out of the money call spread, and you can't lose on both.
So when we choose our call, we're going to do the same mechanics. Go to the expected move. That's right around a 20 delta. If you sell that call and make these spreads equal, so a $10 wide put spread, $10 wide call spread, now we're collecting close to $4. Close to $4, and you could see how our buying power effect went down to $585 because it's totaling it's a total collection. So we've got $10 wide spread minus our total collection, and that's our risk.
And I'm going to go to analysis, curve view analysis. Then we'll keep kicking
there
these
we go. And you're going to have to, this is pretty wide. Our shorts are the 6110 and the 7000. So it's very wide. As long as SPX stays in this range, we could keep this $405.
Yeah, so anywhere in this wide range, we get to keep it. It's defined risk. Anywhere outside of this range, we lose $585 in this scenario. It is very defined risk. Now, the reason that our range is as wide as it is right here is because the implied volatility is inflated. With a higher inflated volatility, you'll notice that you get a wider range, and that's why traders are looking for implied volatility when selling premium.
Right. And that's why we like this strategy on a day like today, where we've got an increase in vol in the market. Actually, a time period like now, right now, we're getting implied volatility for the last couple weeks. So if vol were much lower, this would be much narrower. Instead of the 61.10 short put and the 70.10 short call, it might be 100 points in on either side or 200 points in on either side. This increased implied volatility in the market is giving us the ability to sell options and have a very wide win range.
I mean, the collection, if the volatility were low, the collection might be the same, but you might not feel comfortable with the width. So if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button.
Like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you'd like more trade ideas, you can watch us every day on tastylive, or you could find us on the tastylive YouTube channel.
Hop in and become part of the chat. Now get out there and remember to trade small, trade often.